afternoon. Good afternoon. That's better. Thank you. Hi. I'm Jeffrey Trezak, and I am the director of the Newark Public Library, and I'm very pleased to welcome you here this afternoon to the launch of our Women's History Month events. Excuse me. I'm very pleased to introduce Norman Mann, an alum and Football Hall of Famer for Weequahic High School. He's well known for his partnership in the former Skipper's Plain Street Pub, a very popular spot in Newark, once located on University Ave. It featured many of the Tri-State's musicians and singers. Mann is a musician, conga player, percussionist, and singer. He's performed at Trumpets in Montclair, the Priory in Newark, and Mr. J's in Orange. He's appeared with drummers Greg Buford and Alvester Garnett, organist Mel Davis, and singers Ty Stevens and Dwight West, just to name a few. He's also performed at the East Orange Public Library's tribute to Amiri Baraka. The CEO of G-Man Productions, Norman has also produced jazz shows at several clubs in the tri-state area, and today he's proud to support his wife, Ife Basim, in the Newark Public Library's Women History event, Storms Weathered. Please join me in welcoming Norman Mann.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. Before we get started, I see we have some men in here, so can the men just stand up for me for a moment? Just for one moment, please, all the men stand up. And being that we're celebrating Women's History Month, I'd like for all the men to just give the women a hand and show how much that we appreciate our brothers and our sisters, actually. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Well, again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Norman Mann, as you just heard. I'd like to welcome everyone here celebrating the Women's History Month here at Newark Public Library. Today, you guys are in for a very, very special treat. A treat that you'll hear later on in the future of a play that's coming out called Storms Weathered. This is, you're going to be reading, or actually I want you to sit down and be like directors in the director's chair to kind of not critique, but just listen to some of the things that these women are going to say. You're going to hear a discussion of four of the most renowned female jazz vocalists. That's Josephine Baker, Billie Holiday, Ethel Waters, and Bessie Smith. Before I bring them out, I'd like you guys to give the women that are going to be performing a round of applause. Thank you.
My skin is black. My arms are long. My hair is woolly. My back is strong. strong enough to take the pain inflicted again and again. What do they call me? They call me Aunt Sarah. They call me Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah.
My skin is yellow. My hair is long. Between two worlds I belong. My father's rich and wise. He forced my mother late one night. What do they call me? My name's Saffronia. Saffronia is my name.
My skin is tan. My hair is fine. My hips invite you. Oh, my lips like wine. Whose little girl am I? Anyone with money to buy. What do they call me? My name is Sweet Thing. My name is Sweet, Sweet, Sweet Thing. My skin is brown. My manner is tough. I'll kill the first mother I see. My life has been rough. I'm awfully bitter these days, 'cause my parents were slaves. What do they call me? My name is Peter.
We had to have the fabric, right? We had to figure out a way to get it on.
Next time, sing that line different. What line? Oh, you gonna start it already? What line? I know what line I'm talking about. Excuse you. Please. Next time, I'm gonna wear my hair down. Please.
And next time, I'll have more cleavage.
Oh, please. You know what? Just like you can kick the girl when she's down. Ain't right? I love you.
Too many things go right. Something gotta go left. Why do I always have to be on Sarah? Oh, Lord, here we go again. 'Cause you are Aunt Sarah. Whatever. Your skin is black. Your arms are long. Your hair is woolly. And your back is strong.
Well, that's true. Why do we have to keep going through this? We picked these roles a long time ago, and you want to keep changing. I know you don't want to be Peter, the angry black woman, the aggressive and mean one who will push your ass out and slice you up.
Well, you are mean.
I am not mean. And don't stop with me today. I'm not in the mood.
See, I told you. Just mean. Well, you know what? At least you're not seen as the hoe. Why does sweet thing have to be the one soliciting men for money?
You want me to answer that?
Excuse you? Come on now, y'all need to stop. No, she started it.
Well, that's easy for you to say, Miss Sophronia.
I don't know what's gotten into you today.
Miss Sophronia with your long hair
Just what do you mean by that?
and your near white skin. It must be hard trying to decide each day whether you want to be black or white.
Omisanya! Jeez. Nobody got time for that shit. Come on, calm down. Come on. Oh, we all know who we are.
Okay.
So just stop. Omisanya, what's wrong with you, girl? What's gotten into you today?
I'm feeling it. What it is.
You don't want to be Aunt Sarah, then be you.
As Aunt Sarah.
Exactly.
Get on my nerves.
Oh, God. Truth be told, we are all the women portrayed in the song. Whether we want to be or not. We are beautiful shades of blackness. We can have woolly hair, we can have straight hair. We can be strong, and we can be sweet. Sexy, but not promiscuous. Unless we want to be. And sometimes, when needed, we can be that angry black woman. But we're not angry all the time. Well, except for effect.
You need to stop. I told you before, I'm not in the mood. And don't start with me. And after all, ain't nothing wrong with who I am.
Girl, I was just kidding. Come on now, let's get ready for the rest of the show. Get over here and decide who you're going to be and what you're going to wear. I don't know. Come on. Where'd you put your stuff? I don't see anything in here. Where'd you put your stuff? Well, I'm going to be Billy tonight.
Sweet Mama String Bean is strutting her stuff. Wait a minute.
I'm going to be Ethel Watts.
Wait a minute. What else is in here? I thought I saw a banana in here before.
What you gonna do with a banana?
Well, you can either wear it or you can shove it up.
Hey!
Well,
Who I look like I am? Alabika. I show something.
well, you can just call me the Empress of the Blues.
Yeah. You picked the right one. songs, but do we really know them?
Well, we could put a whole lot more into it. I mean, into the singing. If we knew their stories, their survival, and successes.
Their struggles. Yeah, and how they overcame them.
And their storms weathered. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. It's raining all the time. Life is bad, gloom and misery everywhere. Stormy weather, just can't get my poor self together. It's raining all the time, all the time. Since he went away, the blues came out to meet me. If he stays away, the rocking chair's gonna get me. All I do is pray the good Lord will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, everything I have is gone. Stormy weather, can't get myself together. Keeps raining all the time. Keeps on raining and raining. Keeps on raining and raining and raining and raining and raining all the time. It's raining, y'all. Thank you.
The storms are pounding. Destruction is rampant. No end seems in sight. And the day is endless. The night never, never, ever ending. Will it ever be right?
Storm? Storm? What you know about storms?
I know he should have stopped. Why didn't he stop? I was 9 years old when he raped me. I wasn't even old enough to know what I had between my legs, let alone how to use it other than to pee.
Mama was 13 when she was raped. Brutally raped. And that bastard wouldn't stop either.
I was minding my own business. Scrubbing the brothel floor.
Brothel.
Yeah, I said brothel. But I wasn't doing what they was doing. Not back then. I was 9 years old when he attacked me. And he was supposed to be a family friend.
Some friend. That ain't no friend. I was conceived in violence. Mama was destroyed by that violence. Couldn't stand to look at me.
He told the police that I made him attack me. I made him attack me? How the hell does a 9-year-old girl make a grown-ass man attack her?
The trauma was so bad it made it impossible for me to love myself.
And get this, after that bastard raped me, they sent me to jail. Me.
Mama shipped me off to live with relatives. But they didn't love me either. impossible for me to love myself. Perhaps the trauma made it impossible for me to love myself. Perhaps the trauma made it impossible for me to love myself.
I cover the waterfront. I'm watching the sea. Will the one I love be coming back to me? I cover the waterfront in search of my love, and I'm covered by a starless sky above. Here am I, patiently waiting, hoping and longing for your return. Where are you? Are you forgetting? Will you remember? Will you return? I cover the waterfront. I'm watching the sea, for the one I love must soon come back to me.
Lightning crashes. Winds are swirling. And torrents of water fall down, and the earth is shaking. The shelter is breaking. Thunderous sounds abound.
You know, trauma is a bitch. It has a way of wrapping its hands around your neck so you can't breathe. Somehow, you've got to find a way to live in spite of the pain.
Live? Or do you mean exist? Because all I've been doing is existing.
Your existence matters, Billy. And you've done more than just exist. You kept living.
Well, my existence didn't matter. When I was 13, I was married off to some older man who didn't love me either. I just didn't matter.
Well, hell, I was married at 13, and then again at 15. And a few more times after that.
Josephine, you ain't got a bit of standard.
Sure, I was cleaning white folks' houses when I was 8 years old. And taking care of their kids, too.
I was babysitting too when I was 8. I needed somebody to babysit me, to coddle me, to...
Poor little Ethel. Poor little Ethel. Go sit your ass down.
Josephine, be nice.
Okay? Okay. Ethel, will you please sit your ass down? Sure. We all know about trauma. No, I wasn't raped. But I know trauma. I decided a long time ago I endured too much abuse and too much pain.
and I had to find me another way to survive. Shoot. Girl, they ain't know I could sing and I could dance. I started on the street. Bessie, you know what I'm talking about.
Sure do. We made a living off them street corners.
Mm-hmm. What I used to sing, excuse me. Please, mister, don't touch my tomato. Mister, don't touch my tomato. Touch me quiet and touch me loud, but ooh, don't you touch my tomato. All you want to do is feel up, feel up. All you want to do is shake up, shake up. All you want to do is squeeze up, squeeze up. Look at her. Don't you touch my tomato. Well, when I started dancing, batting my eyes, we'll show you what I used to do. I used to bat my eyes like this, and I start moving like this, and I would shake my hips like that. Wow! People would crowd around, and some would even throw money at me.
Girl, you so fresh.
Fresh help pay them bills. That small change helped feed my mama, my sisters, and my brothers too.
That small change helped a lot. Back then, it was about survival. You did what you had to do.
We all did what we had to do.
Love for sale. Appetizing young love for sale. Love that's fresh and still unsoiled. Love that's only slightly soiled. Love for sale. Who will buy? Who would like to sample my supplies? Who's prepared to pay the price for a trip to paradise? Love for sale. Let the poets pipe of love in their childish ways. I know every type of love a better far than they.
Sing it, Josephine.
If you want the thrill of love, I've been through the mill of love. Oh, love, new love, every love but true love. A love for sale. Oh, appetizing young love for sale. Oh, if you want to see my wares, follow me and climb those stairs. A love for sale. Ooh.
All right, Josephine. There she goes.
Ooh la la. Let the poets pipe of love in their childish ways. I know every type of love a better far than they. Oh, if you want the thrill of love, I've been through the mill of love. Oh, love, new love, every love but true love. L-O-V-E-E-E for sale. Oh, appetizing young, Sweet love for sale. Love that's only slightly soiled. Love that's only slightly spoiled. Love for sale. Love for sale. Ah, chica, vieni qua, vieni qua, vieni qua. Ah, guarda che io ce l'ho qua. La 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 la. Hey, I see you over there. Come on over here, baby. Check this out. Ow, ow, ow. We do what we need to do. Sex workers. That's a feminist statement. Because I do with my do what I want to do. Love for sale. A love for sale. Love for sale.
All right.
Secrets. Some secrets can kill. Some secrets just creep up your body like a creeping vine. They just keep on going and going and going till you can't move, until it's squeezing your heart, until it's squeezing your lungs, until it's just squeezing, until the pain gets so great that it explodes out of your mouth, out of your eyes, out of your ears, and out of your fingertips. But some secrets are so big that you just have to run. I mean, you got to run and run and run all the way across the world, but you got to run. And that's what happened to me. It wasn't my fault. I mean, I was where I shouldn't have been. And I was hanging out, but still, I thought these were my friends. Friends don't do that to friends. But what they did to me was so bad, and I couldn't tell a soul, that I just ran on home. I grabbed all my clothes, and I was young, but I had designer clothes, and I grabbed my Charles Jourdain pumps, and I just ran. And I kept on running. Well, at first I didn't run too far. I ran to the building next door because, I knew them, and I thought they would take care of me, and they would be really, really kind. But let me tell you what I found out. A girl child, a half-woman child that ain't no woman yet, just a girl child. You run to people with big old eyes and you think, okay, they're going to help me. They're going to take care of me because I'm really scared. I shouldn't have taken all my stuff. My mother's going to kill me. What am I going to do now? And you think they're going to hug you and help you and feed you. And they just take. And they take. And they take. And then you run some more. And you think, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, what am I going to do? And now the secrets, the embarrassment is piling up so high, it's over your head, you can't even scream. So what do? You get high. Ain't nothing else you can do. You get high. Until you understand that you got to run your little raggedy self right on back home. And you got to try and swallow down all of the horrible things that have been done to you. Well, let me tell you something. Before I ran back home, I made a vow. I looked into the mirror, opened my legs, planted my feet, and I said, no, no man will ever, ever, ever take advantage of me again. If I want to use my body as an instrument to make me some money, I use my body. I don't give anybody a chance to jump and pounce on me. I don't walk in with my eyes closed anymore. No. We do what we have to survive. And if that means I'm using the gifts God gave me and that I tweaked a little bit to survive, whose business is it? Whose business is it? Ain't nobody but my business. Men are dirty old creatures. The narrator is back.
After the storm, calm prevails, overlooking the turmoil below, awaiting the return of order that peace and calm bestow.
I should take a notion, jump into the ocean. Ain't nobody's business if I do.
Why didn't she stop? Why didn't she stop shooting that stuff in her arm? Why didn't she just
Leave it alone, Ethel. We all have different ways of dealing with our pain.
But it ain't right.
And it ain't easy either, especially when the pain is so deep. You start looking for any way not to feel it.
What y'all over there talking about? I bet y'all talking about me again, right? So come on over here and let's talk about me together. Now, I know you're wondering why I do what I do. I've been doing some kind of drugs for a long time. As long as I can remember. And it just became a part of my life. I could hide in the drugs. I felt more alive in the drugs. It became something I couldn't escape. And then it became my escape. Because being sober, too painful.
So you think dope helps you?
No, dope ain't never helped nobody sing better or play music better.
Oh, that's the truth.
Or do anything better for that matter. All dope can do for you is kill you. And kill you the long, slow, hard way. I've been dying for a long time now. Good morning, heartache, oh gloomy sight. Good morning, heartache, thought we said goodbye last night. I tossed and turned till I thought you'd gone. But here you are with the dawn. Wish I'd forget you, but you're here to stay. Seems I met you when my love went away. Now every day I stop by saying to you, good morning, heartache, what's new? Stop taunting me now. Can't shake you no how. Please, please leave me alone. I've got those Sunday blues, straight to Monday blues. Good morning, heartache, Here we go again. Good morning, heartache. You're the one that knew me when. Now every day I stop by saying to you, good morning, heartache, what's new? Stop taunting me now. Can't shake you no how. Please leave me alone. I've got those Monday blues, straight to Sunday blues. Good morning, heartache. Here we go again. Good morning, heartache. You're the one that knew me when. So each day I stop by saying to you, good morning, heartache. Come on in and sit down. You know, I woke up the next day and I have $40 left. $40 out of my paycheck. What the hell was I gonna do with $40? You wonder where it went? Right up my nose. Straight up. I started doing drugs when I was around 15 years old. And I can clearly remember the very first time I tried to smoke a joint. I was living down south. And the house that we lived in had a little bridge in the back. And I remember the people around me smoked. My mother smoked, okay? And I collected all the roaches. And I got this piece of strawberry flavored rolling paper. And I took them all and I rolled the joint. I went out back on that little bridge that was there. And I remember it clearly. I had it in one of those little square match boxes. Had a couple of matches in there, and I tried to light it. But the wind kept blowing it out. So I tried to light it again. And the wind blew it out again. I tried one more time because I had one more match left, and it blew it out again. So I gave it up. And around that same time, we were moving from down south back to New York. And I remember when we got there, we stayed with my grandmother. And I took that same little joint, I still had it in the matchbox. I snuck it on the plane. Thank God nobody found it. So I tried to smoke it again. And my mother seen me. She's like, you want to smoke a joint? Let's go smoke a joint. Can you believe that? My first joint, I smoked with my mother. Anyway, I liked the high it gave me. I liked the way it made me feel. It relaxed me. And then I think eventually it just helped to cover some of the insecurities that I had. So I kept smoking, and I smoked for a long time. And then as time went on, I started trying some other stuff. I remember trying mescaline, and that was a nice high, because, you know, back then we were going to Studio 54, and you was up all night partying, but it didn't make you feel crazy or nothing. And then eventually I moved on to speedballing, mixing that dope and the coke together, right up my nose. And that was the type of high you didn't know if you was up or you was down. You didn't know what the hell was going on. But still, I did it. But my choice of drug was still smoking weed. I liked the high. And then eventually, I started sniffing coke. And it just started a little bit at a time. And I was able to get it
from a friend of mine because he was dealing it. So I had access to it. And even if I didn't have money, I had access to it by doing favors, if you get what I'm saying. So this went on for some time, and I started doing it more. I did it when I went to work. I snuck in the bathroom, and I would do it. And the funny thing about that was I didn't even like the high. It made me antisocial and anxious because I was one of those people, once it was gone, I couldn't be without it. I had to have more. There are people that can do certain things, and when it's gone, they don't need it no more. But I wasn't one of those people. And that's when I would get fidgety and antsy. And like I said, I had access to it. So if I needed some, I could go get it. So that brings me back to them $40. I had $40 left out of my paycheck. I got paid Friday, woke up Saturday, and had $40 left. What the hell am I going to do with that? There's nothing I can do. So, you know, the universe has a way of speaking to you. And whether it's the universe or whether it's God or whatever it is you believe in, sometimes it slaps you in the back of your head to make you realize the things that you don't see and gives you the strength to act on it.
Too bad somebody didn't slap Billy in the back of the head.
No more pounding. Silence. Beautiful silence. Silence comes whispering in the ears, and the earth becomes firm. The sun is still shining, and it dries up tears.
You know, pain comes in different packages.
Yes, it does. All kinds of packages.
My marriage to Jack was a pain. And stormy as hell. Lord knows I tried, but that man was evil. He was just pure evil.
Evil woman, evil man.
Well, will you hush? Oh, he kidnapped my son. Not because he wanted him for himself. He tried to hurt me. And that he did. Tried to convince folks that I wasn't a good mother. I was a good mother. It was years before I'd see my baby again. That no good son of a, and the stories. Girl, I could tell you some stories.
Then tell him.
See, we both cheated. We both cheated on each other. And we'd fight. And sometimes we'd beat each other bloody. I punch him in his face, and he'd turn around and punch me in my face.
Damn.
And I don't think he was mad because I cheated, but because who I was cheating with. See, he was so jealous. Jealous because I could get more women than he could. Better looking, too.
You think all that madness and sadness made you a better blues singer?
No, baby. The blues ain't always about being sad. Sometimes it's about singing through the pain so you can find a way to smile.
That's true.
But just know, there's two sides to every story. You just got to know how to read between the lines. Let me show you what I mean. Come on, Bessie. Oh, shucks now. Gee, but it's hard to love someone when that someone doesn't love you. I've been disgusted, heartbroken too. I've got those downhearted blues. Once I was crazy about a man. He mistreated me all the time. Next man I get has to promise to be mine, all mine.
Right now.
I'm a good girl.
At least that's what I always thought. Now, I've been mistreated, lied to, and cheated on. Can you believe that? I actually thought this right here, this right here, would make him come to his senses. But that didn't work. He still managed to chase after every skirt. I spent so many nights crying myself to sleep, only to realize that all it got me was puffy eyes. And Lord knows I am too cute to be walking around here with puffy eyes. So you know what I did? I flipped the script. I started walking around my house singing, anything you could do, I could do better. I started doing to him what he did to me. Seduction became my new art form. Trouble, trouble, I've had it all my days. Trouble, trouble, I've had it all my days. And it seems like trouble gonna follow me right to my grave. I'm a good girl. At least that's what I always thought. Now, I never said that I was an angel. I am well acquainted with the likes of mischievousness. And I may have participated in a few rebellious activities. A little indiscretion here, and maybe a minor infraction there. Certainly forgivable offenses. I have lied, I have cheated, and I may have stolen. But that was then, and this is now. And I will not allow my future to be paralyzed by my past.
All right now.
I ain't never loved but 3 men's in my life. Said I ain't never loved but 3 men's in my life. 'Twas my father, my brother, and the man who wrecked my life. I am a good girl. At least I always thought I was. Now, there ain't no use in me lying. I have loved me many amends. I even juggled 3 at one time, making sure I stayed under the radar to make sure that my tete-a-tetes would go undetected. Truth be told, them men's didn't wreck my life. They actually gave me insight into what I want and don't want in a man. I got the world in a jug, the stoppers in my hand. I got the world in a jug, the stoppers in my hand. I'm gonna hold on to it, Daddy, till you meet my demands. I am a good girl. At least I always thought I was.
Again.
Think again.
Don't get it twisted. I am not one of them dominating, gotta always have it my way kind of woman. I just want what I want when I want it.
Okay, we know it.
Now I know how to work my smile, and I even know how to change my voice to baby to get what I want. And what I want is my happily ever after. So if you're gonna be my man, then we're gonna have to work together to ensure that our happily ever after is maintained. So if we have to walk the line, then
Walk
walk that line. Walk, 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 walk that line. Woo, 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 woo. Walk it. All right now. Stop right there.
Maybe a week, maybe a month or two. I said it may be a week, it may be a month or two. But that day you quit me, baby, it's coming back to you. Now they say karma is a itch. You quit me? Nah, you don't want to do that. I can promise and guarantee that you will never, ever, 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 ever find another me. Enough said. I got the world in a jug, the stoppers in my hand. I got the world in a jug, the stoppers in my hand. I'm gonna hold on to it, Daddy, till you meet my demand.
Good job. Through the debris, now hope rises, covering the scars below, growing stronger, stronger, and stronger as strength rebounds, renewed by the seeds that we sow.
Back then, you could get arrested for loving the wrong somebody. But I made a choice. And that choice was to be true to myself, despite what other people thought. And in spite of it all, I prevailed. You see, I spent my life singing the blues, living the blues, eating the blues, and breathing the blues. I've been poor, and I've been rich. Rich is better.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Now, I know a lot of people don't know who Josephine Baker was. And if you ask someone, they will say, ooh. She was a devil. Well, I was a devil. I was a devil over there. I was a devil over here. I was a devil.
And you got the nerve to call me evil?
Girl, I said devil, not evil.
Oh?
There is a difference. Now, as I was saying, when I was in Paris, when I went over to Europe, let me tell you, some strange things happened to me. Things that never, ever, ever happened to me in St. Louis.
Like what?
Like what? I could go in any restaurant I wanted to. I could drink water any way I wanted to. And I didn't have to go to the colored toilet either. Oh, it was nice. I got used to it. And I liked it. You know, I liked it. And I began to feel like I deserve it. I deserve this adoration. And I wasn't afraid anymore that someone would shout at me and say, "What you doing here? Go to the back." Over there, I was happy. I was happy, and I had mega success.
Must have been nice.
Yes, it was. But as soon as I came back over here, they wouldn't let me use the good hotels. I had to eat in a certain restaurant. All because I was what? Colored. Well, I said to myself, well, my God, I am Josephine. And I have walked into the palaces of kings and queens and into the houses of presidents and much more. But then I couldn't go into a hotel in America and get a cup of coffee.
And that made me mad. And when I get mad, you know what I do?
What?
I open my big mouth. And when Josephine opens her mouth, they hear it all over the world.
You ain't never lied.
So I opened my big mouth and I screamed and I demanded what I and everybody else of color was supposed to have. What we was entitled to. They still didn't give it to us. They still didn't give it to me. They were mad and called me a communist. A communist. And all I did was speak the truth. And honestly, all I wanted was a cup of coffee. But I wanted that cup of coffee where I wanted to drink it. I mean, I had the money to pay for it. So why shouldn't I have a cup of coffee where I want it? After all, I am
Josephine.
So when I went over to Europe, you know, Josephine, I was a little raw. I had been dancing on the streets and everything. But when I went to Paris, ooh, la la, a bit more sophistication. Peel me a grape, crush me some ice, skin me a peach, save the fuzz for my pillow. Talk to me nice, talk to me nice. You got to wine me and dine me. Don't try and fool me, bejewel me. Either amuse me or lose me. I'm getting hungry. Peel me a grape. Ooh, pop me a cork. Crack me a crab. Bring me a bowl full of bonbons. Cut me a rose. Make my tea with the petals. You got to champagne me. Yeah. Here's how to use me. Cashmere me. I'm getting hungry. Peel me a grape. Thank you. Here we go. Pop me a cork. French me a fry. Crack me a nut. Bring a bowl full of bonbons. Keep standing by. Pick up the tab. Just entertain me. Champagne me. Either amuse me or lose me. Don't try to fool me. Bejewel me. I'm getting hungry. Peel me a grape. Here's how to be an agreeable chap. Love me and leave me in luxury's lap. Hop when I holla, skip when I snap. When I say do it, ooh, jump to it. Send out for scotch, crack me a crab. Polar bear rug me, don't you bug me. Luther the Birdman, you heard me. Just hang around and pick up that tab. You know what I'm talking about. Bring those jewels, bring those furs, and wrap them around me.
Talk about
I was beautiful. I was the Black Venus. Peel me a grape. Peel, 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 peel me a grape. Peel. Peel me a grape. And make it the seedless kind. Peel. Ooh la la. Ah, see? Sono bella. Peel me a grape. You know what I'm talking about. Peel me a grape. Ooh la la.
After all, I am
Josephine.
After all, I am.
Repairing the damage, replacing the lost, and moving forward with or without. Finding hope in the future as faith reaches upward, redeeming love without a doubt. Redeeming love.
Child, you just don't know. It's one thing to deal with racism from white folks. That's one thing. But to deal with disdain from your own people just because of the roles I played.
But did you have to take so many damn mammy rolls?
Well,
And what else was there for us? Did you know any black movie directors? Well, did you? Huh? I didn't think so. Do you know what them damn mammy rolls got me? Well, let me tell you. I was the highest paid performer of any race on Broadway. The first black leading lady. I was the first black to be nominated for an Emmy. I was the first black star on the small screen. And I was able to refute the idea that full-figured women were not sexy.
You better work it, girl.
I played the black revenue circuit up in Harlem. Excuse me. I played the black review. Wasn't no revenue up there. In Harlem. And at the nightclubs. Me and Josephine both performed at the Plantation Club.
that's right. And the one night, ooh, let me tell you what happened. You weren't there, and I was there. And these people came over, and they were looking for somebody to take to Paris. And ooh la la.
Shut up, girl.
Oops.
Shut up. Quit telling on yourself. And Josephine, Ethel, don't get mad. You know a thing or two about stealing somebody's limelight.
Well, I sang along the Great White Way on Broadway to entire white audiences, making them feel comfortable with the stereotypical idea of blacks. Those mammy rolls, did you think I wanted to play all those damn mammy rolls? And those mammy rolls built America.
All right now.
Those mammy rolls help open doors on Broadway stages for many black actors. So you can keep your disdain. Somebody had to play them damn mammy rolls, and we all know it wasn't going to be you, Billy.
I guess she told you.
Well,
I think it's time I had a meeting with myself. Because me, myself, and I have a few things to discuss. I need to release some things that I've been holding on to for a very, 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 did I say very?
Very.
Long time. I need to forgive myself. I have to forgive myself. But forgive myself for what? Forgive myself For what? I'm shaking when I think about it. Forgive myself for what? I need to tell the 3-year-old. I need to have a meeting and sit down with the 3-year-old me. I need to tell her that it wasn't your fault. You are worthy of love, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, even though at the very early age of 3, you were forced to do some things. That you didn't want to do. So much goes on in a child's life. By the age of 10, I just wanted to be a little girl. I just wanted to be a little girl. But I had to deal with grown-up woman things because by that time I was in full menses and had a woman's body. So, by 13, there was a lot of sexual promiscuity. Sexual promiscuity was full-blown. And by this time, racial tension had set in. So here I am, I'm 13. I live in the projects. But I go to an all-white school. There's 3 blacks in this school. So every day I gotta come home from an all-white school and deal with an all-black neighborhood who didn't understand why I was in an all-white school. And calling me hunky lover and all kinds of things. Racial tension. And sexual promiscuity. After a while, my talents and my gifts took over. But eventually, it took a back seat to the pain and the illusions. I had to tell myself again, it wasn't your fault. But it became overwhelming. It became overwhelming. And I wanted to survive. I wanted to live. But I wanted to be at peace. And I wanted to be happy. So I did what everybody else did. I got high. I turned to drugs. I turned to drugs and I got high. And I got higher and higher and higher and higher until it just didn't matter anymore. Then life became overwhelming again. And I became to fight for my life. I began to fight for my life because I realized in order to be loved, I had to love myself. In order to be forgiven, I had to forgive myself. Yeah. It's time to have a meeting with myself. So I made a conscious decision. I made a conscious decision to love myself. I made a conscious decision to forgive myself. And that's when I found the Lord. He forgave all and loved me unconditionally. Why should I feel discouraged? And why must the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? For ocean. A constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. And I sing because I'm happy. Oh, yes, I sing because I am free. Oh, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Come on, y'all. I sing because I'm happy. Oh, I sing because I am free. Oh, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me.
Ethel. Ethel.
When the storms of life cause turmoil and strife, the sun, well, it dries all our tears. When all seems lost, I counted the cost. And I turned over all my fears. Storms weathered.
Storms weathered.
One more time.
Storms weathered. I am surviving. I am stronger still. If I should take a notion to go and jump in the ocean, ain't nobody's business if I do. And if I go to church on Sunday, then cabaret all day Monday, ain't nobody's business. Oh, if I do, oh, if I do.
Listen out. If my man
ain't got no money.
What you gonna do?
And I say, here, take all mine, honey. Don't believe it. 'Tain't nobody's business if I do. Yeah.
Well, if I give him my last nickel, and it goes on and leaves me in a pickle, ain't nobody's business if I do.
Ain't nobody's business if I do.
Business.
Ain't nobody's business.
Oh, ain't
if
nobody's
I do.
business.
Ain't nobody's business.
Ain't nobody's
If I do. Ain't nobody's business. 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 Oh, if I do. If I do. Ain't nobody's business. Oh, if I do. Ain't nobody's business. 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 Oh, if I do. Ain't nobody's business. Oh, if I do. Ain't nobody's business. Oh, if I do. Ain't nobody's business. If I do. Ain't nobody's business.
All right. Storms weather. Okay, Storms weather. Well, Storms weather. What a great performance. And this is actually the first time they ever put this out. Great job, ladies, great job. Before I bring them back out, I'd like to just introduce you guys to the band. On keys, we have Mr. Glenn Merritt. On percussions, we have Miss Diamond Anderson. And on bass, we have the one and only Miss Kaylin Bryant. Now I want to introduce these fabulous women here. Okay, it made me want to sing a little bit. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Ah, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. Playing the role of Miss Josephine Baker, we have Miss Phyliss Blanford. Playing the role of Miss Ethel Waters, Miss Omisanya Karade. Playing the role of Miss Billie Holiday, we have Miss Patricia Walton. And playing the role of Miss Bessie Smith, my wife, Miss Ethel Basim. Ladies, please stay. Please stay, ladies. Okay, the show's not over yet. We're going to have a question and answer period. Ladies will come out and you can ask them any questions you want in regards to the characters that they played. They shall be right back. If you can stick around for a little bit, just stick around. They should be right back. Okay, the ladies are coming back out. The ladies are coming back out. Please don't go. The show's not over yet.
Okay. All right, so this got a little crazy here, but we were supposed to have a question and answer period. I'm waiting for the ladies to come in. If you have any questions about storms weather, please let me know, and we will definitely answer them. Anyone? Anyone? Come on.
Nobody wants to know anything about Josephine? Excuse me.
The figures that you're playing historically, many of them had to go to Europe to make any money. Do you see any change today as artists?
I
lived over there. You want me?
Yeah, go on.
Yes and no. Still, the big money, the big festivals are still in Europe, where they exalt our music form. They know it comes from us. They all over there trying to imitate it. I lived in Italy for almost 20 years. I lived in Europe. They love our sound. Anything that comes from our community, they like to do. So yeah, I think still in a way. Here, of course, it's loved, it's wonderful. But sometimes they're bigger bucks over there.
Sure.
I spent a year in Africa. Do you see any opportunity there?
I'm waiting to go.
There's always opportunity. Always. And as long as the door is open unto us, we'll go. Yes, most definitely.
Sure.
Did Billy D always wear red shoes?
No. Just for today, for you.
I mean Billie Holiday.
The shoes are hot.
Other questions, please.
This question over there.
Doing. I enjoyed this show.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Legit. And I enjoyed meeting Josephine. She was a very good singer. I would like to know, now I've been know you nothing, because it's my first time ever coming to, yeah.
Yes, the dramatic reading.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it.
We're so glad.
And just give us a good break, because you all make people happy. And I feel very happy by hearing you ladies sing. Keep up the good work.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much.
Diamond's asking a question?
Diamond's asking a question. How much would you say each of you identify with the characters you're playing?
Good question. Good question.
I am not mean.
Oh, please. Do something wrong. You remember? She would give you the cold-blooded stare and your blood freezes. You go off stage starting to cry because you're messed up.
Listen, I selected these women because they do exemplify some of the personalities of the characters that we're playing. And someone not even seeing the script had mentioned to me the same thing, you know. I love their energy. They're just fabulous. And yes, we do have a lot of those personalities, but I am not mean.
Here we go again. Lady protests too much.
We have another question. 1 second.
Yeah, I thought this was excellent. So thank you, ladies, for a really good program. Do you have plans to perform this somewhere else?
Yes.
Yes,
and
and
when?
off script too.
Yeah, we're looking to do the full-scale production possibly next year. As Norman mentioned earlier, this was just excerpts from the play, so you thought this was good. We got a whole lot more for you.
But in
A
the
whole lot more.
meantime, we will do this again if someone invites us. We would like to. Dramatic readings are good. It helps us develop the show.
Josephine Baker adopted a lot of children. Do you know where they are now?
Yes, a matter of fact, I do. There are a couple of them that live in France. One went down with Joe, her last husband, to Venezuela. There was one in New York who opened a restaurant, Chez Josephine. He's no longer with us, Jean-Claude. He was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person. I got to meet him. So they're spread out. One went back to Africa, but most of them are in France, because they were French, after all.
Another question, 1 second.
You ladies were excellent. My
Thank you,
question
Rick.
is, what quality did you walk away from playing the characters you played?
Good question. Great question. Wow. Strength. Determination. Those two things Ethel Waters had. And I try to embody those two things. Yeah, I'm ready. Josephine. Do you know what I identify most with her? When she was in America, she was at the end of the line, rolling her eyes and knocking her knees. She went over to Europe, okay, and she did a banana dance. Can't wait to lose weight so I can do that for you. But it was great. To keep going, she worked so hard. She studied and studied some more. She could sing in 4 languages. She had no fear. The part most of me that I identify with her is the smile. She was always up, always laughing, always filled with love, really, for everyone, And yeah, I will never give up, even when I make a mistake. I will keep on working at it, Rick.
All right, we have
Thank
another
you.
question over here.
I walked away with the quality again of strength also, because even though Billie Holiday was deeply into drugs, she kept on fighting and kept on doing her thing and kept on singing, until the end. And even after the things that happened to her, like being thrown in jail and getting her cabaret license taken, she still found a way to keep going.
And I'd have to say, as far as Bessie, it's just the persistence and not being afraid to take a chance. This was a chance, and this was scary to write something and put it before people, because that's your baby, And I'm like, okay, are they gonna like it? Are they gonna clap? Are they gonna laugh? And that's taking a big chance, But I do appreciate you all, But as I said, just her persistence in not giving up, even when she was at her lowest during the Great Depression. That Great Depression was both emotional and financial, but she also found a way to come up out of that and continue with her gift. Her life was cut short, but she continued.
And that's something they all had in common. They made a fortune and they lost a fortune. Ethel lost hers, Bessie lost hers, Josephine lost a number of fortunes, Billie lost hers, but we always got up and made it again. And nobody ever knew we were down and out and broke. We didn't let you know. We just kept it moving.
Just a quick question. I thought that the performance was phenomenal. As a father of a son, but I have also nieces in my family, what should women in this millennial time be drawing from the experiences of the ladies that you ladies brought to the forefront today? And if you could just weigh in a little bit on how those artists traveled the world during a segregated America. My family, being from Harlem, spoke about this network of transportation with the Masons and Eastern Stars that had to protect these artists as they traveled through the South and different areas. And if you could just highlight Cuba and some of the performances that took place.
That's a lot.
Well, okay. Which part would you like answered first?
I want to say first, as far as your nieces, I think sisterhood is so important. We're all singers. We're all jazz vocalists. And one of the things that we are determined to do is to put aside the pettiness, the cattiness, the jealousy, the competition, and form a sisterhood where we support one another. And as you were saying, back then, to get them back and forth, I think it's just that unity and the sisterhood, you know, and I would just tell all women that's very important. It doesn't mean you have to tell all your stories, but you can gain strength from other people's stories because everybody has a story, you know. And I think that's where our success as women is going to be in our sisterhood, you know. It's very precious. And you can start with small steps. You don't have to talk to every woman because every woman ain't your friend, you know. But you just be led and find that one or two that you can develop that bond with.
Can I weigh in on that? The other thing I think that is really important, I'm a teacher every day, so I have a lot of little ones. I think it's extremely important for us as women. We are strong, but we also can allow ourselves to be soft and to show that. We have to know when, of course, when to bend. No, we don't bend all the time, but allow ourselves to know that in our strength, we can be compromising, you know? And I say this because last night, Billy and I went to a store to buy something, and this young black man really liked the woman behind the counter, to the point he was asking to help fold the clothes that we were trying to buy. And, you know, he had this bright smile, and I said, well, why don't you ask her out to dinner? And then he says, well, you know, what I like about you is you're talking about women, and you can be soft. You don't always have to be so hard. Black women are so, and I said, stop right there, brother, stop right there. You know, we are not hard. I said, perhaps we've been through so much and disappointed so much that sometimes it's kind of hard to be soft. And if you're really interested in a woman, work through it. Just wait it out. Work through it. And that's where sisterhood will help you learn how to do that, you know.
Now, I don't want to just dismiss your question, but I did say that it was a powerful question.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Want to get to the shuffle along and how they move through America? Okay, this is where our history, we as a people, we are filled with love and we find a way. So it was called the chicken circuit, okay? So we're on the chicken circuit. You know I know my history. So there we are, they're on Broadway, shuffle along. Black folk can't even sit up front. We're tearing it up, making tons of money. But for the producers and for the stars, they were happy. And then when we went down south, they had to stay in people's homes. They had to be picked up. Good food had to be cooked for them. Women voluntarily kept their costumes clean. I mean, we are a loving, giving people. And the thing I love most, and sometimes I think we forget, we take pride in each other's accomplishments. So all those church ladies, shuffle along may have been a little risque, but they were proud to see black, brown, and beige up on that stage. So, yeah, I know all about the chicken circuit. All right.
It's
chitlin. I call
chitlin.
it chicken. I don't eat chitlins. all right. The real name is the chitlin circuit. But doesn't chicken circuit sound better? Chitlin circuit.
I just want to say this was absolutely awesome. I enjoyed it. I went to Paris once and I saw Rhoda Scott all in the subway station. Her poster. I said, Rhoda Scott? Wanted to see her sing, and she was just great and was such a success. I could see you over your success, but you will be a success here too. I will be following you. If you need any of my assistance, I'll be happy to help you.
Yes, we do. We won't be.
Hi. I wasn't here for the entire production. I just came to drop off some return books, and I heard some people singing. I'm a singer, too, so, you know, we have the ear. I'm like, oh, someone's singing in here. So if there was anything you could say to someone to really summarize what the entire plight of the story that you just performed. I'm the actor as well, too.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you can just...
This was conversation.
You didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
The takeaway, really, the takeaway, not really what it was about, but the takeaway, especially for a young artist like me who's fighting every day, not fighting myself, fighting the world, you know. So what can I take away? And I haven't sat and seen the whole thing, everyone else.
Okay.
So y'all spoiled.
All right, well, let me say this. My son is also a singer, okay? And he started very young. My ex-husband and I used to do contemporary Christian music. And when we'd go out different places to sing, babe, move. Blocking him. I want to talk to him. Okay. When we go out to sing different places, if we didn't have a nanny to leave the kids at home, we would bring them with us, you know. Don't worry, I'm not going to say anything about you. Okay. But there were times when I'd be on the stage singing, and he would get away from who was holding him in the seats, and he'd come up on the stage, and I'd have to pick him up and continue my song. When he got a little older, he was singing with me on different things. When he got a little older, he was writing some songs for some of my albums. I would say to just be persistent, you know, don't give up your dream. There are times you have to be in certain circles with certain singers so you can establish that unity and get the strength from other singers. He has a bunch of friends that are singers, you know, and just don't stop. It's tough. Believe me, it's tough. They will eat you up alive. And one of the things I hate as a singer is to be out there fighting for gigs. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you just have to be persistent. You have to follow your dream, whatever that is, and don't limit yourself because there may be some other potential that you have that you need to explore. So don't be one-dimensional. Look at other things, you know. As a singer, I used to tell my son, yes, you're a singer, maybe get into lyric writing. You can make a bunch of money doing some lyrics, you know. Maybe get into voiceover. You know, you can make a lot of money doing that. It may not be just, oh, I'm a singer on stage. It may be some behind-the-scene things, but people behind the scenes sometimes are making more money than the people standing in front of the stage.
Just 4 words. Stay true to yourself.
I have another word. Go to school and stay in school. Do it all, but go to school. Okay? Study.